Click the bell, turn on all notifications, and subscribe for around-the-clock WWE news in real time. The home of the most consistent and dedicated breaking news in WWE, Seanzviewent, is here for you. Like, comment, and share today.
Another major announcement is rocking and shaking the foundation of WWE as we are closer, as we are inching nearer WrestleMania 41. Remember to become a channel member today if you want me to keep doing content, if you want me to stay on YouTube. Remember, I can't do this alone. I can't do this by myself. I need the help and support of every one of you. Whether you're liking, commenting, clicking the bell, turning on all notifications, subscribing, commenting, interacting, it's all about you. You are Sean's frickin' view, because remember, without you, this show is not possible. It's not even probable. Now, the big news, the big story, we're going to get right into it and not waste any of your valuable time. With my mom undergoing and having to go through treatment due to cancer, due to the leukemia, due to her going to Dana-Farber in Boston. Some have been asking what's going to happen, what's the scheduling. Well, here on Sean's View, the show will go on, ladies and gentlemen. We will continue, even though I've just heard this news and it was very startling and it was very shocking, and it came, quite frankly, out of nowhere about my mom getting the cancer. But we are going to be seeing the doctor. We are going to be going to visit, and we are going to see exactly what the plan is. But what is going to be the plan for the WWE? What is going to be the plan for World Wrestling Entertainment? Well, as if the WWE Hall of Fame wasn't already as iconic as it is this year, with names like the Total Package Lex Luger, Michelle McCool, The Game, Triple H. The names keep getting better and bigger and more synonymous with WWE, because now, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, it's been a long time coming, but it would appear as if it's about ready to happen. It could happen this year, according to sources. Ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty dynamic. This is pretty historic if you're asking the brash and the brazen. We are receiving word right now that not only is WrestleMania closing in on us, on our TV screens or in person, but WWE is in the stages of discussing another surprising, shocking WWE athlete/performer for the WWE Hall of Fame. That person in question, the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the WWE is discussing a Hall of Fame induction for the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock, as he would join the ranks of WWE's legends in gaining the momentum, the credibility, the reliability that it would be for him. Shamrock's credentials extend beyond his professional wrestling career in the UFC. He's also in the UFC Hall of Fame, and enduring popularity among Attitude Era fans further strengthened his case for induction. His unique blend of MMA legitimacy and hard-hitting wrestling style brought a distinct edge to WWE programming during the late 1990s. Also, Ken Shamrock is a former Intercontinental Champion. He's a former WWE Tag Team Champion. He's a former Hardcore Champion. And in my belief, he should have been at least a one-time WWE Champion. Yeah, you heard me right. He should have been at least a one-time WWE Champion. But that was not to be in the cards, but that's okay. Adding to the speculation, Shamrock himself has confirmed that he signed a WWE Legends deal, further cementing his legacy in World Wrestling Entertainment, the annals of time. Below are Shamrock's accomplishments. He's a former NWA TNA World Heavyweight Champion, TNA Hall of Famer in the 2020 class, 1998 WWE King of the Ring winner. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Also, we got breaking news on a massive retirement in the world of professional wrestling. She used to be in WWE. Now she is in AEW. According to those in the know, Saraya, a.k.a. Paige, says she will be retiring from the business very soon. And we all know that Paige wouldn't have to retire as soon as she is if it weren't for Sasha Banks injuring her back in 2016. And that was just after she came back from another setback. But Saraya, Paige, saying that this could very well be the end as she is looking towards retirement. Is Paige about to go off into the sunset? your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. As we all know, Paige Saraya will be having a book coming out very soon. That should be very monumental because she has had quite the life, although it's been an early life, although she is still young. Although you would think she still has a lot to go, this girl is also a former general manager. Yes, a former GM on SmackDown. But obviously, you're going to wonder, what is her next venture? What is her next plan? What will be Paige's next voyage into retirement? Also, ladies and gentlemen, according to those in the know, the dirt sheets, the websites, and the insiders, Goldberg is rearing for his last match, his final match in the WWE. It would appear as if 2025 will be the year of retirements in World Wrestling Entertainment. Booker T reacts to being named the greatest black wrestler of all time. Well, now, boy, that covers a lot of ground because you got Farouk, you got Mark Henry. You know, you have a lot of the best of the best as it concerns black competitors, black performers, black WWE superstars. But if Booker T is not the best out of all of them, he definitely is in the top 5, you would have to believe. You would have to believe that. Logan Paul reveals who should fire him from WWE. Logan Paul looking to get fired? What? Logan Paul said that if WWE ever fires him, he wants Bruce Pritchard to be the one who does it. And would that be fitting to see Logan Paul fired from the WWE? Also, we are receiving word for AEW Collision Slam Dunk spoilers for this Saturday and Sunday. The spoilers online. We will not wreck that for you right now. We will not tell you the spoilers. We will not splurge that. You can find those results online right now. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, there is something going on with The Rock backstage in WWE. There is something going on now. We alluded to this a little bit earlier today in another video because, again, I do a lot of videos a day. I give you the most up-to-date, the most prominent, the most significant WWE news right here on this very website. But it would appear as if, they didn't mention hardly at all. I don't think they've mentioned him at all. Who's that? Dwayne. Well, yeah, I mean, we talked about that on Monday. They got 6 weeks. Well, there's more to it than meets the eye, apparently, so he's dropped again. No, I'm not sure he's not dropped, but there's something going on with The Rock. What does that mean? It means there's something going on. We shouldn't have brought this up if you can't tell us anymore because now you just made people angry. I don't know more that's going on. I was actually just told that it's what you think, and I don't even know. I said, it's what you think. What I think is they're holding it off for the next couple of weeks. It's not. They said that, the other sentence when they said, it's what you think is, when you figure you know that, I think they thought that I knew, which I didn't. And they said that even if you say it, they're going to all deny it. Everyone in the company will deny it. So it is something, but I don't know exactly what. So there you go. There's always stuff going on behind the scenes there. That's all. Now, that's a messaging. Wow. Try to get that one right. Wow. Meltzer and Alvarez talking between each other, and I just got a massive headache from reading that. Unbelievable, guys. Wow. Especially Meltzer. Alvarez, I don't really have an issue, a problem with. He's pretty articulate. He knows what he's saying. He knows how to put his words in order. But, boy, trying to read Meltzer, holy moly. Swerve Strickland says that AEW has increased the value of Cody Rhodes and CM Punk in World Wrestling Entertainment, unlike AEW. What are your true thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that? Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers. Joe Hendry fuels speculation to be Jey Uso's mystery partner on Raw. Why not? TNA and WWE get this partnership. They have come together. Why not do something quite like that at the end of the day? Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Joe Hendry is very over and he is very popular. And when you put Jey Uso with Joe Hendry, but I'll tell you what, Jey Uso's been getting a lot of criticism, a lot of hate, a lot of backlash to Jey Uso about what happened on Monday Night Raw with Austin Theory. His match with Austin Theory on Raw on YouTube received a huge amount of dislikes, a huge thumbs down for that 30-second match, that match that was originally supposed to go for 11 minutes. People are still talking about it days later, hours later. It is still being talked about. So obviously you can see people were enraged. People could not believe that Jey Uso won in 30 seconds. But it seems as if Austin Theory doesn't have an issue. He doesn't have a problem. It's just going to continue. He's just going to keep doing what he's got to do. That's what he said. You can't dwell on the past. You can only look at the future. And the future hopefully will be brighter than it was on Monday night for Austin Theory. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that match. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, there is a strong belief that WWE Hall of Famer Sonny, who was in a fatal DUI crash that killed and sadly, unfortunately, took the life of somebody else. There is a firm belief that as much as good as she's doing behind the bars, being in jail, she's trying to get out. She's trying to get an early sentence. She's trying to not make it as stiff. She's trying to get out of the jail and back into civilization again. She's trying to get back into life and not be behind bars, but be outside the bars. However, there's a firm belief that Sonny will never get out of jail due to her fatal DUI crash. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Now, you see, if it was just a crash that sadly and unfortunately, took the life of somebody and there was no drugs or drinking or paraphernalia, involved, all right, then it was just a sad, tragic accident. It shouldn't have happened, but shit happens. But when you go behind the wheel and you're drunk or you have drugs or you've been drinking or you're getting high, whatever, you should never get out of jail after that. There's no coming back. The repercussions are unbelievable. It's unbearable. And that is the situation that you put yourself in. And now you got to face life behind bars due to that. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, it does not look like Sonny will be getting out anytime soon, if ever. So we're going to see how that all comes down. But, of course, she's still going to try to fight to get out of there. But, boy, is it going to be an uphill challenge. Certainly one that she probably did not think that she would ever be in at this stage of the game. Brock Lesnar resurfaces amid his absence from the WWE. Yes, the Beast Incarnate. Brock Lesnar has resurfaced once again. And a lot of people have been taking pictures. They've been talking about him. They've been bringing him up. The WWE has even brought up Brock Lesnar's name. Is he inching closer to a return to the WWE? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. But ladies and gentlemen, here on the Brash and the Brazen, where we give it to you all. Austin Theory reacted to losing to Jey Uso in 30 seconds. Keep moving all day, Austin Theory. And Jey Uso has also reacted to his botch on this week's Monday Night Raw, where he almost took himself out, where he could have broke his neck, he could have broke his back, he could have broke his leg. Jey Uso, a lot of mistakes. Jey Uso's got a lot of people talking, and it's all due to Jey Uso, the fast, quick victory over Austin Theory. And then the botch, I mean, he did two massive things wrong in the span of about 5 minutes. So there you go there. Is Jey Uso really ready to win the World's Heavyweight Championship? Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, it has been set. It has been signed. It will happen. It will go down. Will this be the end of the terror? Updated card for AEW Dynasty 2025. We'll see Jon Moxley defend the AEW's World Championship against Swerve Strickland. That should be a match of epic proportions. Also, the AEW Collision Slam Dunk Sunday card, again, has been leaked and unveiled online. The card for next week's Dynamite has also been leaked and revealed online. Dax Hardwood teases heel turn as the world saw. Also, Alberto Del Rio suspended after a chaotic brawl at a AAA event. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Jey Uso is now also reacting. Boy, a lot of reactions, a lot of receptions here. Jey Uso reacting to heat from fans for squashing Austin Theory. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, viewers, fans, and subscribers. And remember, if it weren't for you, there would be no Seanview. We come through when the lights are on bright. Remember to become a channel member today. Say a prayer for my mom. Ain't no harm. The Brash and Brazen is always here. Why? Because I wouldn't have it any other way. Subscribe.